right, everybody, welcome to One Nation of Sports Locker Magazine Extra. And tonight we're going to be talking a little bit of volleyball. And you know what? I think we've got some pretty good guests on here, and they're going to share their passion for volleyball as well as they're going to talk to us a little bit about what they love the most about my co host tonight. And I'm going to bring him on right now, Scott Blake. I know that that's going to be good to hear what they think about you, sir. That'll be fun.
Uh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Jay Gill is unmatched. We were joking before. We said the new and improved version of Jay Gill, but I'm sure people will miss him this evening. I'm sure he's got his fans just like the rest of us.
He
So
does.
I
He
hope
has
he's
his
doing well
fans.
tonight.
He has
I
his
hope
fans.
he's
And
doing well tonight.
you know what he's doing tonight? He is taking time off to spend with his daughter to go out and work on volleyball.
Fantastic.
I thought that
Sticking with
was
the
pretty
theme
cool.
tonight. That's
He's
great. That's
sticking with
great.
the theme tonight. So,
That's right. Good.
yeah, very
Good to be
good.
with you guys.
Yeah, it's good to have you on here. And again, you've got a lot of inside information. You've got to see firsthand how Coach Eskins, how she operates, and how she has an influence on student athletes like your daughter, as well as others. And then
Yeah,
also, you got inside information on this young lady that is your daughter. And so,
I do.
I'm excited to
Yeah.
hear what you have to say. So I'm going to allow you to go ahead and talk and kind of do an intro on them, and then we'll bring them both on here. How's that?
Yep, sounds great. Kirk, thanks for having me on again. This is a program I believe in and love getting together with you
Well,
and
we
all
love
the
having you on
fans
here.
of SLM. So thanks again for having me on. But really, it's not about me. And I feel like I need to wave my hands like Jay Gill does, and just kind of get all hyped up. He does such a great job getting us all going here. So what I can tell you is that we do have two very special ladies with us tonight. Two volleyball ladies. They've spent a lot of time in the sport. The first is Coach Ali Eskins, and some of you, well, I know a lot of people out there know who she is, but she's got quite a volleyball pedigree. She's a Krecklow. Her maiden name is Krecklow, and her parents, Wayne and Susan Krecklow, are longtime Mizzou volleyball coaches. A couple decades, actually, 20 years. So they were head volleyball coaches at University of Missouri, and Allie played for her parents. What kind of kind of goes with the theme of tonight. Me having my daughter on, and me, having had my son on before, and it's just kind of a family affair. It's really neat to see, and I'm anxious to hear what she'll say about playing for her parents. She had a lot of success at University of Missouri. She was part of an SEC championship team in 2016, 2017 Sweet 16 team, 2016 Sweet 16 team, 2015 NCAA second round. She became the ninth player in Mizzou history to have 1,500 plus career assists, which is amazing, an amazing
1,500.
number.
Wow.
1,500 and ninth player in history. She's part of the or was part of the SEC volleyball community service team. She's a 3 stripes recipient for academic success, social responsibility, and athletic excellence. And she's the second year Lady J volleyball head coach. So she has not only had great experiences in the game of volleyball, but she's finding a way to give back to the game. And what an awesome job she's doing. She led the Lady Jays to an Elite Eight finish this year in her first season as a head coach. I was there, and it was awesome. It was really great. It was a young team, didn't have a lot of expectations. Nobody would out of a young team, and she got them rolling. And those girls played extremely hard and did well. She's trying to build a program that finds excellence in the gym, in the classroom, and in the community. And she's doing a great job at that. So Ali Eskins is with us tonight, Coach Ali Eskins,
Very good.
and and
And
then
who else? You
well,
want to
there's
talk?
another young lady. I'm kind of fond of her.
Yeah. You want to?
She
Let's.
she has the same last name as me, but it's Abby Blake, my daughter. She had a wonderful experience with Lady J volleyball, and she's a senior. She was a senior captain this year. She played all 4 years and had the pleasure of playing for Coach Eskins in her senior year. She was an all-district in Central Missouri Athletic Conference selection. She was selected for an award, a team award. It's the for the Love of the Game award, which I think kind of describes her. She plays with a lot of passion and energy, and she attacks life with a lot of energy. I love that about her. She was a Rotary Student of the Month from JC. She did lead the team in digs with 489 this past season.
Wow.
And she had the most assists of any defensive specialist with 61. She was state ranked number 36 out of 100 in digs. And as many people know, she just recently committed to play college volleyball. So she wants to continue. So she's going to continue to love the game. That she's been great to her. So
Well,
there's our two ladies that are with us this evening. Glad to have them.
you did an outstanding job. I mean, wow, talking about filling in the new Jay Gill. You did a great job. You brought the enthusiasm. There you go.
My hands. Yeah.
So with that, we just need to go ahead and bring them on. I mean, we heard a lot of awesome things. So here we go. Hey, how are you two doing?
Good.
Wasn't that nice? Wasn't that nice what he said about you guys?
Yes. It's great.
Very, very
Loved
sweet.
it. It's great.
Now, did he ask ahead of time? If there, if he says nice things that you can get him his favorite food or anything like that? Did he do any of that?
No. Yeah.
Okay,
No,
I just
all
want to make
by
sure
himself.
I just wanted to make sure it was
There we go.
legit. So it's legit, folks.
Yeah.
There you go. Very good. Hey, thank you both so much for joining us tonight. Ali, you've had an outstanding career, as Coach Blake was saying, and I know that Jefferson City was very excited about having you come and be the volleyball coach and being able to make an impact on young student athletes like Miss Abby Blake. And I know she's moving on, but we're excited about getting to hear a little bit from the two of you tonight, and glad to have you on here. Now, Mr.
Excited
Blake.
to be here.
Well, good. Mr. Blake, I'm ready for you to go ahead and start asking some questions. So you just jump right on in.
Okay. Well, first one is for Abby. It's tell us about your recent commitment and future signing to play volleyball for Avila University in Kansas City.
Yeah. So I had a lot of great coaches reach out to me and give me an offer, and I visited Avila, and it was just the perfect fit. The community, the location, the team, the players, the program that Coach Mo, which is the head coach at Avila, she's building is just wonderful, and I just felt like I really needed to be a part of that.
Now, was that process, how was that for you in getting that decision to attend Avila and to be a Lady Eagle? Tell us about that.
It was challenging. It's very hard for me to turn down people because I'm such a people pleaser. I don't want to offend or hurt anybody who is investing in me and my abilities, but it's just Coach Mo was the perfect fit, and it just was what was supposed to happen. So
That's awesome. I can already tell by your personality. I'm just going to go ahead and ask Coach Eskins this, but you work a lot with student athletes. Why was Abby so special?
Abby was an athlete, like as Coach Blake had mentioned earlier, just attacks every day with an enthusiasm and a passion that brings so much energy into the gym. Words that I would use to describe Abby that make her special are just a selfless and dedicated leader. Abby not only holds herself to such a high standard, but because she can hold herself to that high standard, she encouraged others around her to be their very best without having to vocalize much. Just the way she carries herself and presents herself and attacks each day with that passion and that enthusiasm to be the best athlete and be the best person that she can be, really makes her stand out as a special leader.
There you go. You're a pretty awesome young lady.
I try.
Now, if we were to bring your brother on here, would he say that too?
Maybe maybe
I
while
think
giving
he
himself
would.
a little love.
He
I
would.
think he would. He's probably,
Hopefully.
now that he's out and he's, kind of on his own a little bit, he'd probably say, yeah, she's all that in a bag of chips.
He likes to
Yeah.
act tough, but they are very close.
Yeah,
Very close.
I
18
know.
months apart. They're very close.
Very good. Hey, Coach Blake, why don't you go ahead and ask Coach Eskins the next question, if you would, please?
Yeah, Coach. So, what are you looking for as a coach with players like Abby, or what are you looking for generally from your players? What stands out as qualities that you would look for players coming to your program?
We talk about in our program a lot about how the three things that we're looking for are effort, attitude, and then last would come skill. So when we're looking at players, we're looking at, do you attack each day with 100% effort? Can I count on you to be giving me what you can 100% of the time? And then your attitude is, what attitude do you bring every day? Do you bring into the court? What's your attitude like when things are going well? What's your attitude when things are not going well? How do you respond to tough situations? How do you respond to tough games or challenging matches or things that might not go your way? And in our program, we look in developing the whole athlete, and we really emphasize that character does matter, because when the sport will end and when the sport ends, we want to provide a place where we gave athletes the opportunity to learn. And that's kind of what we're looking for when we're looking for players like that. And with Abby specifically this year, the goals I had set for Abby was to grow as a leader, and her skills are there, her dedication was there, and growth was happening every single day for Abby. And I think the one thing I challenged Abby to do this year was attack each day. And when things Abby knows everything she needs to know as a volleyball player. Her skill is there. She's a very talented athlete. It was convincing her that she knew all the right things and that she knew what she was supposed to be doing, and that she knew all of these things. She was talented. She was special. She worked hard. She had what it takes. And she rise to the occasion this year in this season. And my goal is to, and with Abby this year specifically, was to leave her high school career knowing that she was talented and smart, and that when it came to the game, she could exceed all expectations with her dedication and hard work. And I think overall, that's kind of the big umbrella of what my staff and what our program is looking for. We want to give kids the confidence and the ability to have a safe place where they can learn those things and they can attack those challenges. So I would say that's kind of what we're looking for when it comes to athletes and players like Abby.
That is wonderful. That's very good. I can tell that there are going to be many good years ahead, and the foundation has been set with players like Abby. And you know what? I do have to put this on here real quick because somebody else has chimed in. Abby's brother, Ethan. He couldn't say it any better. Couldn't say it any better. Love that girl, and I'm super proud of her accomplishments. So, way to go, Ethan. Good job,
awesome,
man.
Ethan. We did not threaten him.
No.
We did not threaten him to do that. He did that on his own. I told you. He steps up when it counts.
He's stepping up. That is great. Very good.
Good job, man.
Coach Eskins, I want to ask you future goals for the program. I mean, you had your first year. Where are you going next?
I would say, again, my future goals for the program is to create a program of excellence with talent in the gym, growth in the classroom, and then in the community. We talk about developing the whole athlete when it comes to our program. So create an environment where athletes can feel safe to grow. And in our gym, we talk about, in order to grow as an athlete, you have to feel uncomfortable. And the only way athletes and students and people can feel uncomfortable is if they're in a safe environment to do so, because growth requires discomfort. So I really challenge my athletes and challenge my players that it's okay for things not to go well. It's okay for things to be hard. That means we're growing. So my future for this program is, yes, to continue winning games, yes, to grow our skill level, yes, to grow talent and create a winning environment. But with that comes a program that's based on trust and accountability and vulnerability. And all of that happens when you take time to intentionally create strong relationships with each and every athlete in our gym.
That's
I would say,
awesome.
yes, I want to continue winning district championships. yes, I want to keep winning. I want to win a state championship. That's our overall goal, right? Every athlete wants to win. Every competitor wants to win. Every coach wants to win. But I would say first and foremost is developing the whole athlete and developing a place that's safe and athletes can be vulnerable and we can hold each other accountable. Not myself hold my athletes accountable, but they hold each other accountable. They hold us accountable. Just that circle of trust and that circle of a safe space for athletes to really push each other to grow.
Hmm. That's very good. Well, there you heard it, Abby. You know what? I want to find out what you appreciate about Coach Eskins and what she brought to your final year there.
Oh my goodness. A lot. Yeah. Uh, Coach Eskins was the perfect match for me for my senior year. She was one of the first coaches that actually believed in me. It was a bit of a rough couple of years, first of high school, but she was there, and I can remember when we had our meetings at the beginning of the season. She asked me like what I needed from the program. And I was just saying confidence, and she was just there and encouraged me the whole way and just gave me a lot of free reign to do what I wanted to do and kind of experience new things. And because I've never been a Libero before, and this was my first year. And it was really great to find a love in the sport again, which Coach Eskins just gave me.
That's
So,
great. That's great. Hey, real quick, since you mentioned libero, why don't you go ahead and tell people what that means and what position that is on the court?
so Libero is the easiest way to explain it is the person in the different color. Uh, they only stay in the back row. They control the serve receive, which is just passing the ball, pretty much. Just that on the ground hustle, picking everything up. Um, it's just passer. It's just the best of the passers, I guess. Is the best way.
Okay. And you can't hide because you have a different colored jersey. Everybody's
No,
watching.
yeah, you either get targeted or ignored as a
Yep,
libero.
there you go.
So,
Uh, for this segment, you guys, that has been great. I've loved every bit of that. Coach Blake, I want you to go ahead and close us out as far as what you've appreciated about Coach Eskins and how she's. I mean, you're a you're an experienced coach. You've been around for a while, and here she's coming in. What do you appreciate about what she's done?
Well, I would say she is very genuine. Coach Eskins is very genuine. She's a wonderful teacher. She sets up a classroom, that is safe. That is, just to use some of her wording, that's safe. Kids can, kind of get their day organized. If they're having a hard day, they can go and they can, kind of desensitize just a bit, and go tackle and be successful. I am always impressed with what she does here at Lewis and Clark Middle School in her job, and she is that same individual, that same teacher in volleyball as well. There were some rough moments at the beginning of the season. I think probably Coach Eskins would tell you, with a young team, you have you got to be patient, and I know early on maybe and for her vision maybe we're just the results weren't quite there, but she never stopped teaching. She put a smile on her face when the results weren't there, and she always prioritized teaching. And to me, there's coaches out there, a lot of coaches out there that are what I would call the come on coaches, raise their hand, and but the come on does not teach. I always listen for what comes from behind, what comes after that. So yeah, okay, we throw our hands up, but where's the education? Where's the teaching?
Right.
Where's you miss a moment? And she doesn't miss any moments. She teaches the kids. She connects with the kids. She's 100% a relationship coach, and I think that's the calling of coaching, and especially modern day coaching. It
Hmm.
really, really is. I thank Coach Eskins for what she's done for our daughter. So I have to speak as a parent. She was in really good hands this year, and we saw Abby's confidence increase. All of her goals that she has for the program and for athletes, we saw come true with Abby. And we truly believe that we have a young lady, a daughter, and a player on our hands that wants to go to college and play at the next level because of the year she had this year. So I think from Jennifer and I, you, Ali, for what you've done, and Abby, congratulations to you on responding and your hard work. You're awesome.
Well, that was great, Coach. That was good. No, you did good there.
Oh, thank you. Thank
I'm
you. I
telling
meant
you, you're on it, man. The new Jay Gill. That's what we're calling you. There you go.
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, hey, that was a great first segment. I'm going to go ahead and bring on our sponsor real quick, and then we'll jump into segment 2. And then, of course, right after that, what you help inspire, Coach Blake, is our speed round. And we have a lot of fun with that. You're the man that got it all started, and we've just been carrying on with it, and it's been a lot of fun. So I can't wait to get to that part either. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and bring on our sponsor, CNS Business Services.
Not everybody is an 8 to 5 Monday through Friday type. At CNS, we have employment options for the way you want to work with our flexible scheduling program. Flexible scheduling is designed to fit your lifestyle and allows you to be in control of your schedule. CNS offers insurance plans upon employment. Celebrating 45 years of staffing, CNS Business Services.
Say yes to CNS.
All right, CNS Business Services, they do a fantastic job in our community. They help provide jobs for people that need jobs, and they work very hard as far as trying to fill those positions that employers need filled. So I appreciate them and sponsoring this program. Hey, great first segment. I'm going to jump right in with my first question in this next segment for Coach Eskins, and I'm asking this on behalf of being a papa for my granddaughter Audrey. She is just starting to play volleyball, and I know that a lot of kids are, when they get out of regular volleyball season, then they jump into club volleyball and conditioning and all these different types of things. What would you say to a young player that they're jumping into these things and they need to keep the love for the game? How would you go about telling them to do that?
I would say to continue to love, always first and foremost, be the hardest worker in the gym. And don't lose sight of your love from the game in the first place, because it's going to get hard. It's going to get challenging. There's going to be days that go really well, and there's going to be days that don't go very well. So it's just always being the first one in the gym, always being the first one out, and always remember why you started in the first place. What's your why? Why do you enjoy being on the court? Why do you enjoy playing? Even when things are getting hard, you got to remind yourself of what your why is and what you love about the game and the people around you that support you and love you. So just reminding yourself of the things that you're grateful for when things get hard. We like to refer to it as an attitude of gratitude. So always referring to that attitude of gratitude and what makes you thankful for the game.
That's, talking about grateful, that's a great answer. But here's a grateful comment right here from Miss Jennifer Blake. I'm not sure that Coach Eskins will ever truly know how grateful we are as parents for the influence she had on Abby. Thank you for loving our girl. That's awesome.
Aww.
I feel like this is just a love fest. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think Jay would approve.
He would approve.
Jay would be the first one to get us all in together.
He
right?
He would. So continuing with the love fest, why don't you go ahead, Coach Blake, and ask the next question.
Coach Eskins, what have been your most rewarding moments as a coach?
Oh, man. That's so hard. You've got really big rewarding moments like winning a district championship and winning a sectional game and winning Elite Eight. You've got all those really big memories. But to me, also, it's all the little small things in between. And there's not one thing that I could label as being the most rewarding, but it's just the constant continual of relationships, the conversations we had in the bus that necessarily weren't about volleyball, but about life and joking around with friends and their peers and seeing them in the hallways or seeing them at games, and just those big smiles and those, like Coach Eskins, like being able to see them a couple weeks ago at a basketball game and being able to still have those connections for not seeing them, I think is the most rewarding part of coaching and the most rewarding part of the game is all of the connections that you make and all the impact that you can have, and just the influence to help them be the best person that they can be, I think is the most rewarding. You can always pick the best game and the best atmosphere, and those will always be rewarding experiences. But I think for me and personally, it's all the little things in between that make it so special.
That's right. And
I think.
all those little things really do add up, don't they? You know, speaking of the Love Fest continuing, my mother came on here tonight, and she was what did she say? We always have interesting players, coaches, and parents with such great attitudes. Awesome. Thanks, Mom.
Kirk, you do a great job.
Well, we have a lot of, I mean, this is fun.
Susan, is it right, Susan?
That's my mom, Susan, yeah.
She raised a good young man, a great young man here.
Well,
Good job, Susan.
like I said, the love fest continues. Thanks for including me. All right. Hey, talk about memorable moments. Abby, what's been your most memorable moments for playing for Coach Eskins and volleyball in general?
My most memorable moment has to be winning the district championship. That was the most fun game I've ever played in my life. It had the student section brought so much energy. The girls really were just ready to perform and came out just on fire. And I've never felt so much passion and love for what anybody was doing. Like, it was just, there was some kind of energy that like nobody could explain. And that's just why we won. And then we just got like crashed like and run over by the student section. And it was just so fun. And just the bus rides up to districts and sectionals. It's just, the girls are just amazing for how itty bitty and young they are. And it was just really, the whole season was just good. So.
How was that for you, Coach? Was that pretty special too?
It was a very special night.
Yeah, it was good.
Very good. Abby, your dad, he's a soccer guy, but, he's got a lot of passion for that. But I've also seen and heard his passion supporting you and what you do. I mean, how many times have I seen recently that you guys are off at a volleyball tournament supporting Abby? How special has that been to you, Abby?
It means more than what I can say. Of course, he is a soccer coach all year round, 24/7, but he always seems to find time for me and what I love to do. And even though sometimes he isn't quite sure what's happening on the court, he's always the loudest voice in the whole gym, yelling like, you can't even make up what he says, because sometimes it's just, you don't even know, but you can always hear him. You can just feel the love that both of my parents have for me. My brother comes and supports me as much as he can, sending me texts and calling me, and just a lot of love in this Blake family of ours. So.
Well, the love continues. Katie Sullivan says right here, proud of you, Coach Eskins. Your players are so lucky to learn from you and grow as a person and player. So, this could be, we'll just have a different title.
Guys. Thank you.
This title for this program is Love Fest. That's what we're calling it. Good. That's wonderful. That speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. It is absolutely speaking volumes of the character that you have and the love that you have in coaching and for your players. So that is just really incredible to see. Coach Blake, I'm going to let you ask this question because, again, you've had firsthand knowledge. You've seen your daughter's likes and her dislikes. Ask this next question we all want to know.
Yeah, I would like to say one thing about me at games, okay? So I sit in volleyball games, and I didn't know for the longest time that you could actually legally kick the volleyball. And I'm wondering why they don't do it more often. Yeah. Why are we not training our volleyball players to kick the ball more often? It's an underutilized tool in volleyball, I think. Oh, well, okay.
You can come up with an entirely new sport. There you go.
I might coach a team and just we're just going to kick the ball. That's
Yeah.
all we're going to do is just kick it. Nobody will be ready for it. So, anyways, no, I just so Mike, this question is we're going to dive in here on this one. Abby, you're planning on a degree in psychology, and I'm not sure I even know the answer to this 100%. Well, what drew your interest for that field?
Oh, so I've had a lot of exposure to mental illness, and I've seen the impact that it has had on the person and the family, and how you just wish that you could do something, but you just can't. And I want to help people that I can without the normal of like being a surgeon and cutting people open and stuff. But I've known from volleyball how just that mental strain, and how you love something but then that just gets taken away from you, and you just need help but you just don't know how to say it. So I just really want to be like a counselor, I'm thinking, for schools, or a private practice psychiatrist, or because I feel like my passion and what just gave me the ability to do was just to help people. And I think through that, he's just directed me towards the way of mental illness, and just feels like it just feels right, and like something that is my passion.
That is wonderful. There you go, Dad.
Wow.
If that don't bring
I
it,
had a hard time saying
I was just
goodbye
saying,
here.
if that don't bring a tear to your eye, I don't know what will, because I was getting teared up. So
Yeah, no, and she is she's genuine. It's definitely got two genuine ladies on screen here today. So
well, we've got another comment. Whatever Abby does is excellent. Such a big
Oh.
fan. And is it Dolce? Is that how you pronounce it?
Dulce.
Dulce
Yeah,
Vargas
Dulce.
Stevens. All right. Very good. Well, we are getting down to the end, getting closer and closer to that speed round, but I want to give Coach Eskins another opportunity to share any comments about Abby. And, we just heard about, what she's wanting to go into, her passion that she has for helping people. So I'm just going to turn that over to you. Any final comments on that?
I would say, listening to Abby, you just talk about why you want to do what you do. I'm not surprised, and I'm not you. That is something you will be wonderful at, and something that you will be great at and excel at, along with your volleyball career. And I can't begin to explain how excited I am to watch your journey grow and continue, not only as your life grows, but also your sports life and your sports career, and can't wait to watch and see what you do when you get there next year. So I'm very excited for you. I'm very proud of you. And I can't wait to watch you shine at your next journey. We'll miss you, but I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
And Abby, I apologize for just zooming in on you there real quick, as she was talking about you and catching you kind of blushing. So I'm sorry. But, it makes for good television. We've had
It does.
Good.
right.
This last question before we go to the speed round is going to be for Coach Blake, and I'm going to change it up a little bit. I had it as far as what was your favorite moment watching Abby play volleyball, but I'm going to change that. It's going to be, what has been your favorite Abby moment?
Oh boy, that's
That's
tough.
a hard one.
That's really tough. Oh boy. Volleyball, well, just through sport in general, I think, and just in general about her. I think one of my favorite things is seeing her hold on to her faith. She is, and seeing how her faith and her faith journey. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially on young people are pulled a lot of directions nowadays. But for both of my kids to come through and be in a really good place in their faith, way beyond where I was at their age, and to be making choices in their life based on their faith. It's extremely rewarding as a parent. It makes me very, very proud. I've got two kids that are and Abby is doing this, is leaving a legacy for our family. Faith is important to us, and we slip. Everybody slips, and on occasion, or we get a little far from God, and we find our way back, but it's important. It's important to us, and important to my kids, and it was so important. I feel like to Abby that she made that a important part of her recruiting process. And I know that Coach Mozina is probably watching now as well. And she's a woman of faith, and she wears that. It comes right out there in the recruiting process. And I know that Abby is drawn to that and is really super excited about going someplace where she can be supported, as she has been here with Lady J Volleyball, but also just at the next level in college. And that makes me feel really good as a father. And I know it does Jennifer, my wife, as well, just to know that that's a priority for her. And as far as volleyball goes, I just love seeing her energy, her effort. I mean, when a ball is out of bounds, watch out, because until it hits the floor, Abby will go for balls, whether she has to go through chairs, through people. Never count a ball out with Abby. Her grit and her energy and her sacrifice for her body that she shows. But that's the way she lives life. She lives life that way, and I'm super proud of her.
Wonderful. Guys, this has been great. I don't know how we're going to improve on that in the speed round. I mean, we're going to have a little bit of fun here, but this other stuff was great stuff. And, we've just got to jump into the speed round, Scott. So I'm going to let you go ahead and start with the questions, and we'll go from there. We're going to have some fun with this stuff, so jump right in.
All right. So I've got a big list of them. I mean, I really do. We're not going to have enough time to get them all in. So I think I'll start off with, and this is for both. This is for both of you. Tell me the nickname that your parents used to call you when you were little, and give just a quick backstory on why. Coach Eskins, quick. What was your nickname?
Alley Cat.
Alley Cat. Abby?
Yep.
Abigator.
Abigator. Alley Cat and Abigator.
Abigators. It was.
The animal thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
right,
Coach Blake. No, Coach Blake, what was yours?
Oh, man. Well, I don't know if I had one when I was younger, but in college, it was Bud. And they used to call me, there was a guy that thought I looked like Bud Bundy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you remember the Bundy show and thought I looked like Bud Bundy. It's not a great one. That stuck with me. That stuck with me for a while. So
okay. Well, mine was Woody, because I had red hair and they called me Woody Woodpecker. And I know you cannot tell that now because it does not exist, but that's what I was Woody.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
All right. Next one, sir.
You want the next one, Kirk?
No, you keep going.
Okay. All right. So have to ask this one. This is, I think, a good one. If you could be any animal, what would you be?
Dolphin.
A dolphin.
Dolphin. And can you give an explanation?
I don't know why. I love to swim. I was always like a water baby, fish out of water. When I was little, you could never get me out of the water. Still love the water. And I just always thought dolphins were fun and cute.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. Abby?
Probably a koala. They're just lazy, and they can just like sleep on branches all day, and like it just seems like the life. So cute too. Like,
Oh, that's funny.
That is great.
Sounds so awesome.
A sloth.
Funny.
That is
That's a good
awesome.
That's great.
I remember watching a documentary. They showed a sloth, and it was heading across this body of water, because it was hearing the call of a sloth on the other side, and it got all the way over. They showed the struggle, swimming slowly through the water, gets to the other side, and the other sloth is not there. And it turns its head and start swimming the other direction. So that's what I was picturing when you were telling me about that, Abby.
Yeah.
Good.
Coach Eskins, if you
Go
don't mind, I expected you to say Tiger. I mean, being a Missouri
I
Tiger,
know,
I thought
I
maybe.
know.
And if you did,
I
I was
know.
going to see if you could give us your best Tiger roar.
Yeah,
But even
no,
though you
Dolphin all the
even,
way.
even though you picked Dolphin, you still got to give us that Mizzou Tiger roar.
I don't know if I could roar like a tiger. I think I'm sounding like a cat.
Okay, well here, let me help you with that. Let me help you with that real quick. You might do that after I ask this question of you, and because I have this in store. Are you rooting for
no.
Kansas in the Final Four?
No, absolutely not.
No doubt in their mind.
That almost brought out a roar.
I cannot. Nope. They're a good basketball team. Yes, I'm excited, but no, I
All right,
cannot.
well,
Nope.
we understand
Can't
that.
go there. Can't go
We
there.
understand. Abby, this question's for you. My dad sings like an.
He doesn't sing. Like he doesn't sing. He sings like like a mime, I guess.
A mime.
I really don't ever hear him sing.
Scott, come on.
I was gonna
It's
say he
better-
sings
it's
like an
better for
angel, but I
It's
don't know.
better for everybody that I don't sing.
Well, Coach Eskins, my mom, she just went ahead and let out a roar for you, so there you go. And I'm telling you right now,
Well,
she
tell her
probably
thank you. I appreciate that.
she probably really did it. So I'm just saying. Scott, go ahead and go on with your next one.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have a special routine or superstition before you play a big game? Coach, are you thinking of it, Coach Eskins?
I did. I didn't know if this question was for me or Abby.
Yeah, it's for both of you. Either one can start off.
I always got to the gym at least an hour and a half to 2 hours before a game. I just was a time person. I never wanted to be late. I just needed enough time to get settled in. And then I would actually, before every practice and game, I would set a heavy ball against the wall, and then I would set a regular ball against the wall. And then before games, I would listen to music, but I would always get out and find the heavy ball on the wall before any practice. And then if it was a game, I would spend a little extra time in the locker room with my teammates and just listening to music and getting ready. So.
You TikToks? That's kind of the thing
No,
right now. The team bonding
TikTok
TikToks.
was not a thing
No, it
when
wasn't.
I was in college. But if it was, I would think, yes, that would have been part of our routine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Abby?
I'm not very superstitious. I usually the only thing I can think of is just doing my hair the same way. I have
Me
like
too.
that
Me
little
too,
bun.
Abby. Me too.
I do. I can tell. So, yeah. But I just show up. Really, I don't really get very hyped to music. I do like to warm up a lot. Like when the game starts, I'm very dialed in. But out like when we're not really playing, I'm just kind of just living. I'm just living the life.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Not much.
that's good. Well, I'm going to bring this in here, this one, and this will be for both of you since Coach Blake's kind of gone that direction. Because I want to know for both of you, in your celebration, what's your best dance move? And we'll start with Coach Eskins.
I was never a dancer. I was a stomper. I would stomp my feet really hard. I don't know why. It was just always my first reaction. I was always stomping on the ground. But wasn't much of a dancer, but I did stomp my feet a lot.
Well, was it more river dance stomping or was it?
No, it was more boom, boom,
Boom, boom, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you had the start of a roar. That was the start of a roar there.
It was.
I think.
I know.
Abby, how about you? What celebration dance move? What's the favorite move?
I just didn't dance either. Usually just jumping, a lot of jumping. I smack my hands on the ground a lot. Like the blood, like vessels that were broken in my hands were just terrible. Oh my gosh. From
You
just
know,
smacking the ground so hard. Just
Abby, one thing that we learned after, your dad and I probably after doing something like that and it happened over and over again, we would stop. We would learn not to do that
Yeah,
because it
right.
hurt.
it's just I just can't not do it.
All right, well, that's good.
It's just, I
What
don't
about your
know.
dad? Does your dad have a favorite dance move? I mean, I know you said he can't sing, but can he dance?
Um,
I
yeah,
try.
he just kind of just I don't even know. Yeah,
Scott,
a lot
Scott,
of hands,
Impressive, huh?
a lot of
Impressive.
hands.
yeah, Scott, what is it? What is the dance move?
Well, I mean, when it comes to dance moves, I Will Smith said in one of his movies, just stay at home, right?
Yeah,
You just gotta stay at home.
that would be
I mean,
Hitch. That would be
I don't
Hitch.
yeah, there you go. You can't get too wild with it.
Yeah.
And when I do get too wild with my dance moves, my wife quickly gives me the look like, stop. It needs to stop right now. I sing in church and I dance only when I have to.
Okay. You might find this hard to believe, but I used to break dance.
Yeah,
I
hey,
used to
there you
break
go.
dance. And I used to, I could do the
Impressive.
worm. I could do the worm, but now it hurts really bad. It hurts really bad to do the worm. My grandkids like to see it occasionally, and I'll break it out, but then
That's
I-
awesome.
no, why did I do
The
that?
worm. Never quite got that down.
No, I don't feel like I have it down anymore. I can tell you that. Hey, we got time for just maybe one or two more. Why don't you go ahead and ask a couple more, and then we'll close out.
Okay, so one thing I'm interested in is, and you both could answer this, but starting off with Coach Eskins is, what was it like playing for your parents? What was it like playing for the Krecklos, the infamous Krecklos of Mizzou?
It was good. I mean, just like I think any athlete that's playing with their parents or for their parents, there was some good, there was some bad, but overall the good outweighed the bad. I've learned so much from them. A lot of what I'm doing now and how I coach and what I do was all based off of things I learned from them. And without that experience at Mizzou, I wouldn't have a lot of those. I mean, I would still have a base, a foundation that I grew up with, but being able to live through that every single day and be a part of that was really life-changing. And to just walk through that part of life with them and experience that part of life with them, even though it had its challenges, that was something that was very unique and special. And we won together, we lost together, and we experienced a lot of things that made myself the player and the coach that I am today. So
Very good.
That's well said. And they're still still with you. So,
Yes.
coach, player, and now your fellow coaches. I don't know,
Yes.
Kirk, if a lot of people know, but they volunteer with camps and things like that, volunteer their time. And so it's they're still in the game, right? They get to
yes,
pick
they
and
like to
choose.
get back in it once a
That's
year
awesome.
for camp.
Awesome.
So they
And
like
they're
to put on a
fans.
camp for us. So
And we
That's
and we see
good.
yes,
them in
they
the
do. They
stands
are
as
fans.
well. Yep.
They're
Yep.
there every game. So
Yep.
yeah.
And
Well,
Abby,
we
I never coached you, but you did play for Mom for a couple years, right? When you were younger.
I'll take your word for it.
You
I don't quite remember that.
don't remember the Parks and Rec,
I
Parks and
don't.
Recreation. Yeah, that's one of the things I would have loved to coach Abby, and we're still trying to get her to come out for soccer, but she's not doing it. But so you haven't quite had that experience like Ethan did. But
Very good. Hey, we got one more question and we'll ask you guys, and then we're going to go ahead and close it out. I mean, I think it's fitting because you guys are pretty super. What would somebody describe you as being? What superhero? Start with you, Coach Eskins.
Oh, wow. I'm not a superhero girl. I don't know many superheroes. I have no idea.
Coach Blake, give her a
Um,
superhero name.
I'm not the only
oh,
superhero I can think of is Superman and Batman.
That's good. That's
Right,
good.
But I
they're
feel like
superheroes.
those are the only ones I even know of. I can't.
Yeah. You've got to get in there and watch some Marvel
I
and
know.
you know.
We didn't do much Marvel in my house growing up, so I didn't have.
Well, how about this? We'll call you Captain Marvel because she's like the most powerful one that they had
That's right.
in all of it. So we'll just call you Captain Marvel. How's that?
That's
I'll
right.
have to look her up. I'll have to
Okay.
look him, her.
That's great.
It's a her. It's a her. There you go. All
Okay,
right.
perfect.
Abby, how about you?
Probably on the court, I think probably like Spider-Man, since I'm just like all over the place.
Okay. Awesome.
Probably on the court, Spider-Man. Maybe off the court, Wonder Woman. Maybe. I don't
Okay.
know.
Good. Coach
Nice,
Blake?
nice.
Coach Blake, who are you?
Oh man, probably one of the less popular ones. You know, it's just I like Venom. I think I think he's not an attractive.
I was gonna say that's a
superhero.
little spooky.
Watch out! Watch out!
Yeah, just saying.
Yeah.
Yep. Good. I would have to say I used to be more maybe like Hulk, where I could, I hated losing, and so I would kind of have this little transformation. If
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
started talking trash to me, I hated losing. So that's what I would have to say. I kind of
Yeah.
lost myself there at
Yeah.
times. So. All right, hey guys, thank you so much for joining us, Coach Eskins, Abby. Thank you so much. You guys did a
Thank you,
fantastic
guys.
job.
Thank you.
Wonderful
for
to have
having
you
me.
on here. Coach Blake, you did great
thank
job
you
as
for
the
having
new
us.
Jay Gill.
Oh yeah.
Very good. Well, hey,
He's
I just want to say that,
irreplaceable.
yeah, I'll have you guys hold on with me, but I'm just going to tell everybody thank you so much for joining us on the program tonight. So thankful that you got to hear some very good information about two very special ladies, and we just wish you guys all the best of luck. And again, same to you, Coach, as you're getting out there in your supposed off season, coaching another group of soccer players. So, Sports Locker Nation, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week. God bless you guys, and have a great day.